Well, hello again, everybody. This is Nancy Laine, and this is New Year's Day. 2015, first day of the year. Figured it'd be a great way to start by talking with Pete Bloom. Pete, you're on the line with us. Thank you so much again for being with us today.
You're welcome, Nancy. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. And actually, this is going to be the second recording that we're making today. And the reason Pete and I are doing these training sessions is so we can put them on our Project Transition USA YouTube channel and help all kinds of transitioning military around the country learn how to use LinkedIn and learn how to do advanced networking on it. So this little lesson here is just going to be about the correct way to participate in discussions, in group discussions on LinkedIn. And so as you can see here, we've got the Tampa Bay 500 group on the screen. This happens to be one of my groups, and it's actually been very, very helpful in welcoming our transitioning military in Tampa to the civilian business community. I started this group 4 years ago for the purpose of basically creating a gathering place for influential people in Tampa Bay that took LinkedIn seriously. And so I figured if people have 500 first-level connections, that's one indicator that they're at least a little bit serious about LinkedIn. So it is a private group. It's introduction only, invitation only, and you have to live in Tampa Bay and have at least 500 first-level connections to even be in the group. So we have not tried to grow it really big, as you can see right here on the screen. We have just now reached the 555-member mark. And so this little discussion here is just going to be, just how powerful it can be if you know the correct way of participating in a group discussion. And as you can see on the screen here, this is a discussion that we recently posted to welcome Pete, you, into our group. So, Pete, we're very glad to have you as a member of this group. Thank you for being one of us.
Hi, everybody.
So I'm going to open this up, and I want to show y'all that that's the way to do it. You click on the title of it, not meaning to insult anybody's intelligence here, but what I'm learning is that some people that are going to be listening to this recording later, they really are brand new to LinkedIn, and they don't really know, how to do some very basic things. So as you can see here, 3 people have liked the discussion, and 24 comments have been posted. And we just posted this discussion 10 days ago. So as you can see here, Pete, you were the first one to post a discussion, a comment, thanking us for welcoming you. That was really kind of you to do. And
Nancy, I appreciate anything that you do.
You're so kind. Pete, I love Marines, and it's just wonderful to have you on our team. I really do consider you to be a team member, and especially because you are dedicating part of your holiday to helping us train other transitioning military around the country and around the world on how to use LinkedIn. That's just admirable. Thank you. So, as you can see, the second person that posted a comment to welcome Pete was Paul Huzar. He happens to be a good friend of mine, and he's a transitioned Marine as well, and he happens to be the president and CEO of a totally veteran-owned and operated company called Detcor in Tampa Bay here. So he was first to welcome you. I just love it. And then Joanne Klein. Joanne, oh my goodness, she's so amazing. She was a very top leader at McGill in the Army and in the health realm. So she was, retired colonel. Welcoming you here, so awesome. And as we go down, you'll just see all these different people here. Wonderful, wonderful people. Judy Gay, she used to be the president of the South Tampa Chamber here. She's on our advisory board for Project Transition USA. Because we're a 501c3 nonprofit now. And just all of these people, some of these people have taken our workshops before. Lots of them are friends, close friends. and everybody just took some time. And I just love how you came back, Pete, and posted a comment to thank them. Where did that go? I missed you. I guess it's up here somewhere. That was what you did right here, huh? And I love that you used this as an opportunity to tell people that you're currently looking for IT opportunities in Tampa Bay area. How smart of you to do that, because, look what happens immediately. I just noticed after you posted that, people started, like Jason here, started saying, hey, buddy, send me your resume. He works in helping transitioning military and MacDill Air Force Base get jobs. Just awesome people here. And I just love it when people take, that's one of the main points I want to make on this recording is that when people take the time to post a comment that actually contributes some information about maybe how they can help that person or just a little bit about them. I mean, for instance, Scott Thomas here, he's so awesome. He was the former commander of MacDill. He's welcoming you himself. And he's saying, please let me know if I can help you, and telling you that he just transitioned out of the military himself just this last September, offering to help you. How kind is that?
Yeah, and I actually did take that offer, and I did connect with him, and I do look forward to talking to him. This is when people are willing to help or comment, and they truly mean it, and they want to be involved. It's kind of like a family, and these people they're just so kind and generous, and they want to do what they can.
Absolutely. So, and I just love how you said that. It's like a family. So that's what I really invite everybody that's listening to this to start doing. When you comment on discussion, think of it as being part of the family. What would you say to a fellow family member? You'd take the time, to write a little bit to make them feel really welcome. I mean, of course, there's going to be some times when the only thing you have time to write is welcome, Pete, but if you can, just spend a little bit extra time just telling people a little bit more about maybe yourself. Like, for instance, here's Edward Spensley. He's awesome, too. Edward is, my goodness, he's just the most special person. He's now a senior vice president and has been for quite a while of Bank of America here in Tampa. He's a veteran. And he used to be a bodyguard to generals. A lot of people don't know that about Edward, but he's such a special guy. And when he got out of the service, I believe that his first job was he was the head of the security for the Tampa Bay Rays baseball team here. I mean, this guy is amazing. He knows everybody. And we're just so very, very grateful that he's on our advisory board for Project Transition USA. But look at that. He's even saying, send me your resume, Pete, and he's even giving you his email right there. I just think that is so awesome. All right, have you connected with Edward?
I did. I sent him my resume, and I gave him a little bit of background, and he said he's going to pass that information along.
Oh, and he will too. Edward works with the Veterans Employment part of the Greater Tampa Chamber of Commerce. That's just one thing he does. He's on the board of so many different organizations as well as ours. So he is in quite a unique position to help people. And he is so sincere about wanting to do that. And then last but not least, last one here, Jim Engelman. Jim just joined our group yesterday, and here he is, putting a comment on there to welcome you. Jim's the president of the Tampa Bay chapter of Meeting Professionals International. He is like a guru in the hospitality industry here in Tampa Bay. And, he's between positions right now himself because the company he was working with got bought out by another company and eliminated his position. So he's looking for a new position himself right now. And here he is taking the time to welcome you. So I love that you went through all these comments, Pete, and clicked like. Because they do notice that you do that. And it's just a wonderful way to let people know that you saw the comment that they posted, So that's just another little thing that's good to remember. And I'm just going to go back up to the top of this and see how on every discussion here, you have the chance to either just like it, which takes 1 second, right? If that's all you got, it's better than nothing. But it's better, of course, to also post a comment. And 24 people have done that welcoming you, and I just really, really, it's just such an honor to have you in our group, Pete. Thank you so much for joining.
I personally thank you for inviting me. This is it's an amazing bunch of people that I'm getting to work with and get to know now. And if you think about it too, it's not just that they're saying comments. It's not just that they're willing to help right now. But if you think about it, this is the time of year when people are usually busy with their families or doing something else, but yet here they are at this time of year, willing to help.
Yeah. I mean, that was during Christmas. This was, 10 days ago? All those people, most of them, did it right on their Christmas vacation even. It was just so amazing. But see, that's the kind of family that we have. And that's why, when I introduce people to this concept of, I've told everybody, look, when I started this group, I don't believe there was anything like this on LinkedIn. I believe I was the first to do it, to have a group with for people in their town, for people with 500 plus people in it. And the second group that I am aware of that did this on my invitation, and it was the Sarasota 500 group. So those were my friends, and we cross-pollinate. We're welcome to join their group because they consider Pinellas County and Hillsborough County as part of Sarasota region, and it's certainly part of Tampa Bay, so we welcome them to join our group as well. But something else I just want to show you is you click on this discussion tab to take us back to the main home screen of the group. I want to show something that I was just recently made aware of, that a lot of people who are a little confused when they're like, where is that discussion? Well, keep in mind, you see these two things I'm circling here. There's two different sections in a group. There's the popular discussions, and that just means that several people have commented on them and there's been some activity on them. And then there's recent. So right now it's on recent because for instance, I just welcomed Jim Engelman into our group last night on New Year's Eve. It was fun. And in fact, some other friends of mine joined last night too. And I want to just highlight them too. Jim was the most recent. The first person that joined last night was our friend Jane Jones. I mean, Jane is such a special lady, and so you'll notice when you click on this discussion, it's the way to read the rest of it. You can't see everything I wrote by just that first screen. So now that I've opened it up, you'll see I decided to spend some time here and tell people about Jane because she's been so incredibly supportive with Project Transition USA. She actually sponsored one of our workshops on MacDill. And like I'm saying here, I didn't realize until later that her father had been a Navy pilot. And Jane was the executive director of the CEO Council of Tampa Bay for over 13 years. So, she's a member of our Project Transition USA group too, and boy, is she a resource. The reason we've invited her to join our groups, of course, she knows the Tampa Bay CEOs, the ones that make so many decisions on who they're going to hire, but not just that, it's for who they know that they might be able to introduce to you, Pete, and to our other transitioning military members. Especially, we love connecting with the CEOs who are veterans themselves and the people that are veterans inside of these different organizations because they've been in your shoes. They know what it's like when you first get out. A lot of them joined the service when they were 17 years old. They never knew any other world. And so that transition can be a little rough, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, you being an IT expert, though, I know you went pretty much straight into a job when you got out, didn't you, Pete?
I did. But for somebody who didn't do that, even just the change in terminology between things can be a roadblock. And when you have people who care, who want to help those who are transitioning, it's wonderful because then they can help translate into what it is to become a civilian and what to say and what the words mean and all that kind of stuff.
You bet. It is. I know somebody had to teach me to speak military. I mean, my dad was an Army chaplain, but I didn't. I was never a veteran, and so I really did have to learn how to speak military when we first started working with military. I just was remembering something else I want to be sure and show people before we end this session. If you're trying to find a discussion, and let's just say that all you can remember is that a certain word was in it, like, I don't know, here's what you do. You click on the search tab here, and that opens up a search box. A lot of people have never even done this. They don't even know that this is available to them. Now, search is more than just searching discussions, but when you open it up, it automatically defaults to searching discussions. But you could, for instance, just choose to see what the latest activity is in the group and what everybody's doing. That's kind of interesting to do. I mean, like, look at this. Jane Toombs commented on a discussion. And, she's already commented saying, I'm so very happy. Wow, that's so cool. So as you scroll down here, you can see who's doing what. Like Sadie liked a discussion, about welcoming Jim. And this is when I started the discussion. This is when Jim welcomed you, Pete. Look at that. There it is right there. And anyway, it's just kind of a way to get a snapshot of what people have been doing. You can see the different discussions that have been started, the different comments people are making. Everything that people do in this group shows up here. You can see this is Jim's joining the group. So that's certainly something you want to do because you want to start, if you wanted to, you could like or comment on any of these discussions right from this page. So, for instance, here's where I posted a discussion to make sure that people were aware about Jeff Vinnick's project, how he's planning to just transform the Channel Side area of downtown Tampa and how it's going to create so many jobs. And so you can comment on this discussion right from this page. But let's go back up to the top again here. And what I've used this for a lot is like if I'm just trying to find a discussion, I'll click on all discussions, which again brings up that little search box. And let's say I'm trying to tell people how to find that discussion about Jeff Vinnick, right? I'll just tell them, just click on the search tab and click, in that little search box, just type whatever you can remember. So if all you know is Jeff Vinnick's name is in that discussion, that's good. Just put it in there, click on search, and look at that. You start seeing the discussions that contain Jeff Vinnick's name because there's more than one. So anyway, that's enough for right now because we're trying to keep these little training sessions short and concise. But again, Pete, I just want to give you a chance to say a few words here about how you've been learning to participate in group discussions on LinkedIn. Anything you want to add real quick before we end?
Well, you pretty much covered it, but, I just think that, it is really important to, obviously, you read the discussions, read the comments. There are people out there that really care, and you never know when you might have something that's great in common. And the two things that you just showed, those are very, very valuable. I'm going to start using them more myself. Sometimes you just don't realize how easy the information is to get to, just by doing what you just did, and trying to go starting at the top and going straight down through everything just from the main page doesn't quite give you the same impact as what you just showed, to where you can see who exactly is doing what, because there's an association there. You can, I guess, tell who's really involved and who's really wanting to lend a hand, and that's awesome. I'm going to use that a lot more. You bet, and like back to the homepage here, I want to show you something else here. One thing you can aim for is to become a top contributor in this group, and you can see when these people because these people here have been contributing so much to discussions, this is an active link right to their profile. So, for instance, just by
putting my cursor over Jenny's face, look at this. It tells us that one of the top contributors in this group is Jenny Clark. And here's Jason Jerding, and here's Shane Lovelace. So I would say that that's a game you can play. Just really focus on doing a lot of contribution. You might want to start a discussion, for instance, and see if you can become one of the top contributors, because this changes as the days go by. It doesn't stay the same. And one last thing is, if you just, get some courage up and you decide you want to start a discussion of your own, this thing is always at the top, giving you a template to do that. One thing I want to show you real quick is when you click here, this other little box automatically opens up. This is very important to know about, because in this top box here, remember, people can only read a few words in the discussion title. You don't try to put a whole bunch there. You just use enough words to get them interested enough to want them to click on this and open it up. And this second box here is where you add more details. And one thing you want to remember is don't have paragraphs with more than 3 or 4 lines in each paragraph, because people are busy. You want to separate each paragraph by a white line in between, and don't have them real long. You can put an active link to any web page you want. It could be a web page, leading to an article, like I did about, the article about Jeff Finnick's project in the channel site. But you can put an active link to somebody's profile to spotlight another member. And if it's just a general discussion about Tampa or LinkedIn, which is actually what we want people to limit to in this group, you just go ahead and keep it on the general discussion type. But if you were a recruiter, for instance, posting a job, you'd want to click job, and it will go in our jobs tab, okay? Or if it's a promotion for some kind of workshop or seminar or whatever, you want to put it in the promotions tab, because this is where our promotions go. But generally speaking, most discussions are just general. And so I just wanted to say, and then you just click share, that's how you start a discussion. So I usually tell people that are new on LinkedIn, don't start a discussion right away. Read a bunch of other discussions. First, get your feet wet by just liking and commenting on discussions until you really get the feel of that group and you're real comfortable, as to maybe you're connected to a few people in the group already, and then go to the next step with actually starting your own discussion. But again, anyway, Pete, I just want to end this by thanking you once again for dedicating part of your holiday to helping us train all the veterans around the country how to use LinkedIn and how to participate brilliantly in group discussions. So thanks again.
I'm very glad to be a part of it.
And goodbye for now, everybody. We will have this discussion posted in our YouTube channel soon, and we'll be posting more as we go along during the holidays, all through the holidays, and in support of our transitioning military out there. So over and out for right now, and Pete, I'll look forward to talking with you again soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.